Ladies and gentlemen, I crashed. So this is my second attempt at recording this. Nothing much happened, but yes, I crashed. So we're gonna point out first that we're winning in the south, which is nice. So we're winning in India, which is nice. I'm also gonna say it's probably time for me to get out of Iran, get out of Egypt, get out of Australasia ASAP. Because we're now at a point where we need to start thinking about not the option of maybe trying to get out of. I think I'm going to stick around here for a little while longer. I am fine with continuing to attack here. Stick around in India and Italy for at least a little bit longer. But, folks, we now have to start considering war. So, we're going to reconfigure some front lines. Let's do that real quick. Whoa. I'm trying to get as decent of a front line as I can slice. There we go. We also need a little bit of action going on here. And finally, so we're going to fortify here. Boop, 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 boop. Do that. Boop, boop, boop. Do that. Boop, boop. Nope. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I ran into a crash, which maybe will mean this is the last episode, which would be really lame. I don't want it to be. But, you know. That might be the situation. Why does Petrograd have no fortification? Oh, because the game doesn't know that we're friendly. Anyways, so here's what we're gonna do. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna get the option this episode to maybe declare war on Germany. Now, conventional wisdom dictates that you should declare war on Germany. A, you should do early wars with the AI, not late wars. And a mistake I always keep making. And B, you specifically need to attack Germany now and not later because their economy got debuffed, but now it's buff again, and it's just gonna keep getting stronger. Yikers. But that being said, hold up. We need to make way more infantry. Just like as much as we can get away with. We need political power, and there's no time to lose. We need more infantry, and there's no time to lose. There are other things we need to do. Also need to do this. We need to deploy our forces. Also, we need to change the color of these guys. Hot pink. There we go. A little bit more supply. Our plan is to send our tanks here. Blast to Batumi. And then blast to Tiflis. And then ideally roll down this valley and get to Baku. Finish things off down south before we try to fight in the north. For the simple reason of I don't want to have to deal with these fronts for longer than I have to. I just do not see the need to do that. finally, we need to massively... should have pressed these buttons years ago, but we need to press them now. What are we doing in Italy? I'm mostly in, like, stop the bleeding mode here. I don't know how, I'd, like, attack here, I guess. Like, the enemy is... or our allies are attacking there. Might as well attack. Aha! Yes, the last thing I need to do is... everyone except for one of you. We're going to make a special little category. And we need to send forces off to secure our rear. So, go defend Vladivostok. Go defend... what is this? Is this anything? There's a supply depot here. So, go defend this supply depot. If I go to, like, this map mode, it should show me. There's a lot of supply depots here. We can ignore ports. I actually don't think they matter that much. Ugh. And now I need to think. Like, I've secured this main rail line. I probably want to secure here and secure here as well. Ruklovo, all the way back to Ruklovo. Other than that, we should be... and there we go. The shelling of Avricore. Chaos in Avricore. For weeks now, tensions have been skyrocketing on the Franco-German border as the Deutsche Heer underwent military exercises in Alsace-Lorraine. At 0600 local time, German artillery struck the French village of Avricore, killing as many as 26. Well, the Germans insist the strike was an accident. Outraged crowds have already begun to gather outside the German embassy in Paris as public opinion lurches towards a war fever. Train schedules in both Germany and France have been delayed as both sides have begun deploying large formations to the border. While high-level talks are expected to begin soon, the possibility of war still looms large. The world watches with bated breath as Europe once again spirals into conflict. Not another July crisis. Uh-oh. Oh, nice. We're winning here. Alright, now, what we have is the opportunity to... try, focusing up my forces. Several things. Number one, Rocket Man. Number two, radar. We can just war to end all wars right now. I am worried about that because I don't have enough guys for my front line. So we're going to create the Democratic Bloc. And then we'll consider what we're doing. The SRs do not govern alone. Being part of a coalition, which plenty of its members have taken questionable commitments to upholding it, our task is to protect the neo-socialist pluralism. To do that, we must create a coalition of like-minded, stretching across the PSR, VST, and the minor parties. Together, we can defend democracy against those who seek to subvert it. Boop. Anyways. That's going to be explosive, but we should be able to get enough political power that should make up for it. Oh, I made a foolish mistake. Give me a moment. There we go. This guy should be further forward. Look at that. All right. All right. We are improving our military situation. You should be a winter expert. Nice. We took the territory in Italy. I am not sure what we should be doing right now. I think I'm going to just back out of Italy. Because I want to prepare my forces for, you know, Crumpin. Oh, they took Baroda. That's too bad. like that's not really changing the material facts of the situation for them, but whatever. Actually, maybe we can just, like, concentrate force to retake Baroda. Feels like a valuable use of our time. Alternatively, we could just leave, which, right now, I think we are going to do. I think these guys got it. They don't need my help. Volunteer forces have returned home. Wonderful. You should be on... not that. You could be on flexible cohesion. And you can also be training. As long as we are training up, we're good. We're waiting. We want to press, really more than anything, civilian economy. Alright, better signal companies. Alright, we want to... I see, there's already a problem. Whoops, I forgot that there are mountaineers here. Mabi. That'll do. Buttons. Ugh. More heart attack, more piercing. It's expensive, but whatever. Hopefully 6 divisions will be enough to hold the situation. I've already provided some resources necessary to, like, improve things there. Alright. Our Italians have come home. They know what they are supposed to do. They are aware what they are supposed to do. No. 100. Early mobilization. Thank you. Frees up a lot of production. You guys are going to go into the main line. You guys are going to go into the main line. You guys are going to go into the main line. We only need minimal forces. Yep, that'll do it. The Deccan Federation's capitulated. Syria has capitulated. That's less ideal. Yeah. Alright, we are now getting to a more... This is a more respectable front line. We're, like, outnumbered, but it's not nearly as terminally bad. Yeah. Sorry, I've made these decisions multiple times now because of the crash. My plan is to see what I can do to end this episode. This has connectivity. This has connectivity. Yeah, so my plan is to hit this tile immediately, hit this tile, cut off everyone over here, get to Batumi, swing over to Tiflis, swing down to Ganja, and then grab Baku. Hopefully, before the enemy, like, knows what's going to happen. I'm going to fortify that, because I just don't want to deal with a breakthrough there. Maybe it's selfish, but whatever. How are we doing in terms of our... Yep, they're training up. Besides, if we might have had the chance to declare this war in, like, January. I'm not sure I want to do that. I think maybe we want to wait till, like, April or whatever.
Готов выдвигаться.
It's nice that our forces are being trained fast enough. Can I do one? Nope. I could do one more of these. Yeah, 37 is an odd number, but it is what it is. Besides, we have an odd number of infantry. So it's not an issue. It's no problem. I'm gonna maybe accelerate things a little bit. Let our democratic bloc get created. We're going to maybe do one more focus, and then we're going to lock in. Trade mission for the Australasian Union. The government of the Australasian Union has approached us regarding the possibility of a new bilateral trade agreement between our countries. In return for driving the tariffs currently in place on restricting imports, they promise to do the same for Russian goods. Yes, this would benefit us both. We are about to take a hit in terms of 45 political power, but whatever. Alright, create the democratic bloc. Negotiations with the VST. The VST is too big of a tent for us to negotiate with directly. It's left-wing particularly difficult to work with, but we may be able to cut a deal with the right, potentially center. The leader of the right wing of the VST, Raphael Abramovich, believes in gradual transition to socialism. Like us, and staunchly oppose any authoritarianism. Meanwhile, Levitsky, leader of the center and party as a whole, is amicable to the workers' coalition, but he may not seem like he is capitulating to left SRs. Reaching out to him would be riskier, but we would get more of the VST on our side. What should we do? We need to extend a longer hand. Levitsky response. Levitsky, because we invited Zabdanov to the... Anyways, Zabdanov to the party. Levitsky has signaled support for the Democratic Bloc as promised to stand alongside it. Good. We are now going to end army factionalism. I actually don't know how valuable this is. Gives us a bunch of army XP. Gost might be the thing we want to go with. We go with true Russian socialism. This gives us division recovery rate. That's funny. We could do true Russian socialism. Peasant worker intelligentsia. More recruitable population factors, nice. Oh, nice. This would give us Sacred War. Let's do socialist education in the countryside. That's so expensive. Let's do true Russian socialism. While the SR's way of socialism is often decried as heretical and unscientific, we have understood the material conditions of Russia are not the same as in Britain and France. The free Russian peasant, long decried as a Bolshevik by the Bolshevik as a reactionary force, is paving the road to the communist future. Through struggle, all will attain their rights. So, stability, socialist support, division recovery, all good stuff. Negotiations with the SDS. So, making friends with uncommitted socialists is always a difficult measure, but in the situation we find ourselves in, it may be necessary to get the SDS on board. Perhaps should entice them by reforming the security services, putting an end to what they continue to call the Red Terror, and allow more non-socialist participation in politics. Some of our party members may not appreciate the capitulation, though. We think twice before attempting to ally with them. It's for a worthy cause, or we should not make room for liberal infiltration. I'm inclined to say it's for a worthy cause, basically because this gives us more faith. Also, it allows us to include the Social Democrats in the coalition. Negotiations with the anarchists. Russia's anarchists are few and far between, but influential. Politically, they align with the spirit of novists on some things. The vision of a decentralized Russia unites us both. For them, however, anarchism is less of an idea to follow, more of an actual political program. Some of the party may not appreciate us reaching out to them, but perhaps we should not rock the boat too much for now. They will be worthwhile allies. That compliance game might be nice. Easily fixed, easily breaks. Or easily breaks, easily fixed. A negotiation with the young officers. It is a sad state of affairs that many of our best military men are of questionable political sympathies. This is exactly why the Spirit of Novus preferred man is Yuri Sablin, who perhaps may not be the best officer, but is someone can trust to safeguard socialist democracy. Perhaps in exchange for guarantees that he and his clique remain in their position, they will join a democratic bloc. Sounds reasonable, gives us a bunch of political power, and disables the ability to choose a chief of army, or not. I think we'll take sounds reasonable. Because that allows us to go to partial mobilization. I don't know how to press buttons. This one. Democratic Bloc is created. An informal circle of left SRs and other groups has been formed for the stated goal cause of protecting the Workers' Coalition and socialist democracy. Hopefully, this will make things a little easier. Okay. Alright. I will see you in the next episode. The crash has not yet come. I am not sure when it will come. We will see. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.